Again, I'm recording this kind of late. One thing you'll learn about me if I continue to keep this up after April is that I'm quite the night owl. I don't care so much about hours of business, as it were. I just kind of do things as I do them. But I promised yesterday that I would go ahead and continue the medical issues. Yeah, calling them medical issues is a whole lot more than they really are. It makes it seem dire. It's just something I deal with, and actually one of the days, probably the day that defined my whole life, happened about 4 or 5 years ago. When I received the diagnosis, because knowing the symptoms and everything, I can trace it back to my life, and it made my whole life kind of make sense. What it is multiple sclerosis. I've got multiple sclerosis. It's mostly attacked my eyesight, but I have, extreme weakness in my legs and arms and all that. I have little noodly grip hands. Can't really walk far without getting super tired and just feeling like my legs want to turn into cement blocks and throw me to the ground. I get really tired sometimes when I go out. I used to be able to go out all the time, but this past Friday we went to the movies. Vlogged about it. Went to see Oz the Great and Powerful. We just went to the movies and went to Costco, and I was worn out right into the next day. Even after I slept, I was just so tired. I don't like talking about it much because I don't like complaining, which actually is pretty bad, because if I had complained a little earlier, I would have saved some of my eyesight. As it is, I've lost a good chunk of eyesight, and it's not so much I am asked by doctors and everything, is it dots and things in your vision? No, it's just like there's no information coming from certain areas of my eyesight. I've got to blow up text big to be able to read anything. Faces are really hard for me to make out anymore at any distance. I usually try to judge who people are by how they move, and by their body style and all that. I try to put as much information together as possible so I can see people. So if I run into you out and about and I don't react, it's not because I don't like you, it's because I don't know who you are. And again, I'm not complaining about this stuff. I'm just saying how it is. It's just kind of an annoyance. Through my child, on it making my life make sense. Throughout my childhood, and adolescence and everything, I would just get tired and be unable to continue. And I was slow and I didn't like to go out and do anything. And I was called lazy all the time. I didn't want to argue about it. But, it got so bad that I started to think I was really just lazy. When I finally got the multiple sclerosis diagnosis, it just all made sense. And I know that there are people who have multiple sclerosis who do amazing things. But not everybody's multiple sclerosis is the same. I mean, I know there's a girl, I think she's actually local, who's a track star and has multiple sclerosis. She runs fast. She's, right up there. But after the race, she just collapses. I could never do that. I've always been overweight. That kind of mixes with the multiple sclerosis to make things harder. The weight makes it harder to deal with multiple sclerosis. The multiple sclerosis makes it harder to get rid of the weight. Kind of a catch-22. And actually, recently I discovered I also have Meniere's, which is like a vertigo, but it doesn't act up all that often, so I don't really worry about that. But, the metatropic dysplasia, multiple sclerosis, and now Meniere's. I have a bad track record with disorders that have M in the name. The phone's shaky, or shot shaky, because I'm holding it in my hand. It's my phone. But anyway, yeah. That's the bigger one. The metatropic dysplasia, I've been dealing with that my whole life. That's a nothing issue, really. Well, now it's getting worse, because it's giving me all kinds of arthritis and such in my joints that don't fit right. And the multiple sclerosis isn't helping that at all. But anyway, I guess I'll let that be the end of this vlog. It's a long one as it stands. It's gonna take me a while to upload. Yeah, that's the end. Beep.